So President Trump has defended Brett Kavanaugh by saying that his whole life he has believed that you're innocent until proven guilty.
It's a very scary situation where you're guilty until proven innocent. My whole life I've heard you're innocent until proven guilty. But now you're guilty until proven innocent. That is a very, very difficult standard.
He didn't abide by that standard when it came to the Central Park Five. Black and Latino teenagers wrongfully convicted of raping a white jogger in Central Park in the 1980s. Before they were even tried, Trump purchased full-page ads that ran in several New York City newspapers reading, "Bring back the death penalty, bring back our police." And he defended it right here on CNN.
Were you prejudging those arrested?
No, I'm not prejudging at all. I'm not in this particular case. I'm saying if they're found guilty, if the woman died, which she hopefully will not be dying, but if the woman died, I think they should be executed. I think you should have the death penalty. I think most people agree with me on that.
Those 5 men were not guilty. They were exonerated in 2002 when another man confessed to the crime and DNA evidence backed that up. So joining me now, 2 of the Central Park Five, Yusef Salaam and Raymond Santana. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Had things been different the way that Donald Trump said in that ad, you might not be sitting here in front of me, you'd be behind bars. Yusef, innocent until proven guilty when it was you? Did he feel that way?
You know, the worst part about not only our case, but our case is a glaring example that if you have skin darker in hue, you're automatically seen as guilty. And this is something that has to be clearly understood. There's definitely 2 Americas that we live in, you know, similar to the Kerner report that was written 50 years ago. You know, here we are coming full circle, and we're trying to really grasp at straws of justice. And every time we grasp at it, things like this happen. We clearly see that we are divided. There's no avenue for us to be able to be equal. And therefore, we are always looked at as being guilty.
You think he saw you specifically as being guilty? Obviously, he wouldn't have put that.
Absolutely.
That ad?
Absolutely. You know, first of all, when you look at the ad and the timing of the ad, this ad came out 2 weeks after we were accused. It wasn't like 2 weeks after we were on trial. This was 2 weeks after we were accused. We haven't even started trial yet. So he takes his money, pays for ad space to run in New York City's newspapers that caused people who were reading this to say, you know what, maybe we should do something about this. Maybe we should treat the Central Park Five like we treated Emmett Till. Let's go to their homes, drag us from their beds, and hang them from trees in Central Park. This is the type of mob justice that they were looking for.
Well, Raymond, what do you think? Do you think that this president only believes someone is innocent until proven guilty when it's someone who agrees with him or maybe looks like him, like Brett Kavanaugh?
Yeah, I think that it plays to the fact that he does what he wants to do and he feels how he feels, and he doesn't mind displaying how he feels at the end of the day. You can't tell him nothing. You can't change his mind. He doesn't apologize. So what are we dealing with here? A man who just feels that he can just do and say whatever he wants. And everybody is just supposed to just fall in line and follow his lead. Like he's this great leader, this great dictator. You know, and it makes this country look bad. Like he's the person who represents, he's the person at the forefront, and we have become the laughingstock of the world.
What do you think, because even after you were exonerated, right? He said the settlement that you got from the city was a disgrace. He hasn't apologized. You have said that you've given up, you know, on wanting an apology. But I mean, how does this all make you feel when you sit here and watch many people in the country react to a person that you know not to be the person that he presents himself to be to the public?
I mean, it becomes frustrating, you know, back in 1989, 1990, when he took those ads out, and then to see our famous sports figures and entertainers embracing him and putting him in their videos and their shows, and we're sitting there since 1989 telling you that this man is no good, and nobody believes us because everybody assumes that we're guilty. We were considered the most hated people on the planet Earth. Yes, indeed. So nobody listened to us. And even after exoneration, this man comes out and he says that this is the biggest heist in New York City history.
Man.
You know, doesn't even look at DNA evidence, doesn't even look at the report that's issued, a 52-page report that's issued by the district attorney's office, Robert Morgenthau, on why we're innocent. He doesn't even take a look at that. In his mind, it's like they're guilty and that's it. There's no more to talk about.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, I've got to run, gentlemen, but facts don't matter when it comes to this particular president.
Not at all.
I'm glad to see you're doing well down in Hotlanta.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys keep on keeping on. Thank you,
Well,
and thank you for
Thank
being
you for
so
having
honest,
us.
and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.